Welcome back to the Journeyman Podcast, everybody. We're jumping into episode 11, and today we're going to unpack some wisdom from entrepreneur and author Daniel Priestley.
Oh, yeah, Daniel Priestley.
He's got a lot to say about building a thriving business in our digital world, and we're going to explore every angle of that advice, unravel different perspectives, and hopefully spark your curiosity along the way. If you're enjoying these deep dives, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on future episodes. All right?
Yeah, sounds good.
So Priestley argues that the career landscape has drastically shifted from, like, what it used to be. What's your take on that?
Well, he makes this fascinating comparison to the shift from the agricultural age to the industrial age. Just like that transition, the digital age is creating a sense of invisibility and lack of opportunity for many, especially younger generations.
Yeah, for sure.
Traditional career paths are kind of dissolving, and we need to adapt to this new reality.
It's almost like we need a new playbook, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He talks about something called the Entrepreneurial Apprenticeship. What exactly does that entail?
Think of it as like a fast track to gain real-world experience in this digital landscape.
Okay.
Instead of relying solely on traditional education, Priestley suggests actively engaging in the entrepreneurial world. You could work with an established entrepreneur, co-found a startup, or even just dabble in some short-term side hustles to acquire the necessary skills and knowledge.
So it's about diving in headfirst and learning through experience rather than just theory.
Yeah, learn by do it.
That's a refreshing perspective. Now, Priestley also emphasizes the importance of personal branding. He mentions the 7-11-4 rule for building a personal brand. What are your thoughts on that rule?
Well, the 7-11-4 rule is all about building what he calls parasocial relationships. It's based on the idea that people need repeated exposure to your content and interactions with you before they truly remember you. Priestley suggests that someone needs to spend 7 hours with your content, have 11 interactions with you, and see you on 4 different platforms to solidify that connection.
It's almost like planting seeds and nurturing them over time.
Yeah.
Do you think Dunbar's number plays into this at all?
Absolutely. Dunbar's number suggests that there's a limit to the number of stable social relationships we can maintain.
Right.
This means we need to be strategic about who we're trying to reach and how we're building those connections.
Got it.
The 7-11-4 rule is a way to ensure we're effectively using those limited slots in people's minds.
So in this crowded digital marketplace, how do we stand out?
Priestley offers a really interesting framework for this. He talks about the 5 things our brains don't delete: scary, strange, sexy, free value, and familiar.
Okay, I could see how the first 3 would grab attention.
Yeah.
But what about free value and familiar? How do those fit in?
Offering free value is a powerful way to demonstrate your expertise and build trust. You're providing something tangible that people can benefit from immediately. It showcases your capabilities and entices them to engage further. And familiar ties back to the 7-11-4 rule. By consistently showing up across multiple platforms, you're increasing the chances of becoming a familiar face and solidifying your presence in their minds.
So it's about combining those attention-grabbing elements with consistent value and presence to build a lasting impression.
Exactly. That's how you cut through the noise and build a brand that resonates.
Now, shifting gears a bit, Priestley also talks about test and demand before focusing on supply. It seems counterintuitive to what many entrepreneurs believe. What's your thoughts on this approach?
Well, he makes a great point. Instead of creating a product and hoping people will buy it, he advocates for a more data-driven approach. He suggests productizing the demo and customer needs analysis.
Can you break that down for us? What does he need by productizing a demo?
Imagine packaging your presentation and the process of understanding customer needs as a valuable service itself.
Okay.
It's about providing a comprehensive overview of your solution, including research, branding, and a deep dive into their specific needs. This allows you to gather crucial data about your target market and refine your offering before investing heavily in production.
So you're essentially conducting market research and product development simultaneously.
Right.
That's a clever strategy.
It is.
Do you have any examples of how this works in practice?
Priestley shares a compelling example of how he tested book titles for an upcoming book.
Okay.
He ran Facebook ads for 70 different titles, tracking the click-through rates to gauge audience interest. The results were astounding, with some titles converting at 15%, while others lagged at a mere 0.3%.
That's a huge difference. It highlights the power of simple testing in the digital age. You can gain invaluable insights without breaking the bank.
Right, exactly.
It also underscores the importance of understanding your target audience. What resonates with one group might fall flat with another.
For sure.
So it's about identifying those key elements that capture attention and drive engagement.
Absolutely. And testing allows you to refine your approach and optimize your efforts for maximum impact.
Now, what other methods does Priestley recommend for testing ideas?
He's a big advocate for intro events, both online and in person, as well as leveraging discussion groups and online quizzes.
Okay.
These methods provide valuable real-time feedback and insights into customer needs and preferences.
It's all about engaging with your target audience and gathering data to inform your decisions. Now, he brings up the concept of the situational model. Can you explain what that entails?
Sure, the situational model focuses on understanding your customer's current situation, their aspirations, the obstacles they face, and the solutions they're considering.
Right.
By grasping these elements, you can tailor your marketing and messaging to resonate with their specific needs and desires.
It's about meeting them where they are and guiding them toward a solution. That's a powerful framework for understanding your target market.
It is, and it's not just about the initial product launch either. Priestley stresses the importance of continuous testing and iteration throughout the life of your business.
So it's about staying agile and adapting to the ever-changing demands of the market. The digital landscape is constantly evolving, and businesses that fail to adapt will be left behind.
Exactly. Adaptability and continuous learning are key to staying ahead of the curve. So we've talked about adapting to this new landscape and the importance of testing, but where do the real opportunities lie? How do we sift through all the noise and find that sweet spot?
It can feel overwhelming trying to pinpoint where to focus our energy, especially with so many avenues available in the digital world.
Priestley addresses this head-on with his concept of the entrepreneur sweet spot. It's about finding that perfect intersection between your passion, the problems you're solving for your customers, and the financial rewards you receive.
So it's not just about chasing your passions blindly, right?
Right.
There needs to be a balance between what you love, what the market needs, and what people are willing to pay for.
Exactly. It's about aligning your skills and interests with a genuine market need. You need to be excited about the work, provide a solution people are searching for, and be compensated fairly for your efforts.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, with the rise of remote work and online businesses, do you think geography still matters as much as it used to?
Priestley argues that it's becoming less and less relevant. The traditional image of entrepreneurs being clustered in specific hubs like Silicon Valley is becoming outdated.
We're seeing entrepreneurs from diverse backgrounds and locations build and thrive in businesses.
Yeah.
It's really democratizing the entrepreneurial landscape.
For sure. He also dives into different business models, categorizing them as either lifestyle boutiques or performance businesses.
I think it's an important one.
Yeah.
It acknowledges that entrepreneurs have different goals and aspirations. Could you elaborate on those categories for our listeners?
Sure. A lifestyle boutique is typically smaller in scale, often with a team of like 6 to 12 people. It prioritizes freedom, flexibility, and a fulfilling lifestyle for the founder.
So it's about creating a business that supports your ideal way of life rather than chasing hypergrowth.
Precisely. On the other hand, a performance business is geared towards growth and profitability. These businesses are often larger in scale, with teams of 30 or more, and are often built to be sold or scaled significantly.
So it's about maximizing financial returns and making a significant impact on the industry.
Exactly.
It's fascinating how he outlines these different paths. It helps entrepreneurs define their goals and choose the model that aligns with their vision.
And he doesn't prescribe one over the other. He simply presents them as different approaches with their own set of advantages and considerations.
He also talks about the importance of leverage and distinguishing between bell curve opportunities and power law opportunities. What are your thoughts on this concept?
This is a crucial distinction. A bell curve opportunity offers predictable, incremental growth. It's like a traditional job where your earning potential is capped.
Whereas a power law opportunity offers the potential for exponential growth and outsized rewards.
Exactly, and Priestley emphasizes that leverage plays a vital role in identifying and capitalizing on power law opportunities. It's about utilizing technology, networks, and resources to amplify your efforts and achieve breakthrough results.
So it's not just about working harder, it's about working smarter and leveraging the right tools to accelerate your progress.
Right. He also highlights the global nature of the current marketplace. Anyone, anywhere can be a customer or a competitor.
It's both daunting and exciting. It opens up incredible opportunities, but also increases competition. How does he suggest navigating this complex landscape?
He introduces the concept of official capacity, which is about intentionally setting limits on the number of ideal clients you serve.
So it's about focusing on quality over quantity and creating an exceptional experience for a select group of customers.
Precisely. By narrowing your focus, you can create a more sustainable business model and avoid spreading yourself too thin.
It's about intentionally defining your niche and building a strong reputation within that specific market.
Now, shifting gears a bit, Priestley also delves into the impact of artificial intelligence, or AI, and its potential to disrupt various industries.
AI is such a hot topic right now. It's already transforming the way we live and work. and its influence is only going to grow. How does Priestley see AI shape in the future of entrepreneurship?
He uses the example of NVIDIA's $3,000 supercomputer and how it's making powerful computing more accessible.
Okay.
This means that smaller teams now have the capability to create groundbreaking technologies and businesses.
It's breaking down barriers to entry and leveling the playing field for entrepreneurs with limited resources.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly exciting time to be in the tech space.
Priestley predicts that AI will disrupt every industry imaginable. He offers a pyramid framework for success in this AI-driven world.
Can you walk us through that framework?
At the base of the pyramid is skilled labor, where you're trading your time for money. As we move up, you transition into creating intellectual property, like written content, videos, or software. The next level involves leveraging data and software to build databases, develop apps, and create AI applications. And at the top of the pyramid is the ability to generate financial assets through selling your business or taking it public.
That's a really insightful framework. It provides a clear roadmap for entrepreneurs to leverage technology and build a successful business in this evolving landscape.
And he emphasizes that anyone, regardless of their background, can start climbing this pyramid. It's about embracing the opportunities that AI presents and finding ways to leverage it to your advantage.
It's an empowering message that underscores the potential for innovation and growth in this AI-driven economy.
He argues that we're still in the early stages of this AI revolution, and the most exciting developments are yet to come. It's like the early days of the internet, full of potential and possibilities. It's easy to get caught up in the technology and strategy, but Priestley reminds us that the human element is just as crucial.
Right.
He highlights the significant impact our environment has on our performance and mindset.
It's something we often overlook.
Yeah.
We tend to focus on external factors, but our surroundings play a huge role in shaping our thoughts and actions.
He shares a personal anecdote about his struggles with learning to dance. For years, he found it challenging, but a simple change in environment made all the difference.
Well, I'm always intrigued by these personal stories. They add a human touch to these concepts.
Mm-hmm.
What did he change about his environment?
He decided to enroll in dance classes.
Okay.
Immersed himself in a space where dancing was the norm. He was surrounded by people who were also learning and embracing the challenge.
So instead of feeling self-conscious or intimidated, he was surrounded by a supportive community that encouraged growth and experimentation.
Exactly. And in this new environment, learning to dance became almost effortless.
It's a powerful reminder that our surroundings can either support or hinder our progress.
Yeah.
If we're constantly surrounded by negativity or doubt, it's going to be much harder to achieve our goals.
Right.
But if we surround ourselves with like-minded individuals who inspire us, challenge us, and believe in our potential, it could be a game changer.
Totally.
It's like they're saying you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose your circle wisely.
Choose it wisely.
Priestley encourages listeners to actively seek out environments that foster their entrepreneurial goals. Whether it's connected with like-minded individuals, attending industry events, joining mastermind groups, or even just changing your physical workspace.
Yeah.
Sometimes a simple change in scenery can spark new ideas and boost motivation. It's about finding spaces that nurture your creativity and drive.
For sure. He also emphasizes the importance of mindset and uses a compelling metaphor of finding the mountain you're standing on.
I love that metaphor.
It's great.
It speaks to recognizing your own value and appreciating the unique skills and experiences you bring to the table.
Yeah, you already have so much to offer.
Instead of getting caught up in comparing ourselves to others, it's about taking stock of our existing assets and building upon them.
Right. Exactly.
It's a shift from scarcity to abundance, recognizing that we already possess the tools and resources we need to succeed. It's about focusing on our strengths and leveraging them to create something remarkable.
Love it.
This deep dive has been packed with insights. As we wrap up, let's recap some key takeaways for our listeners.
Okay, sounds good.
First and foremost, we're living in a time of unprecedented change and opportunity. The old rules of business no longer apply, and those who adapt to the new landscape will thrive.
Couldn't agree more.
Building a strong personal brand is no longer optional. It's essential. We need to become idea promoters, sharing our insights and expertise with the world.
Mm-hmm.
Testing your ideas before investing heavily in production is crucial. Use low-cost, low-risk methods to validate your assumptions and gather valuable customer feedback.
Definitely.
Finding your entrepreneur sweet spot, that perfect intersection of passion, problem, and payment, is key to building a sustainable and fulfilling business.
Yeah, find that sweet spot.
Embrace the power of leverage and seek out power law opportunities that have the potential for exponential growth.
For sure.
And finally, create an environment that supports your success. Surround yourself with inspiring people, seek out mentors, and invest in your personal and professional growth.
All great advice.
As we conclude this deep dive, I'd like to leave our listeners with one final thought. While not explicitly mentioned by Priestley, It's something that resonated with me throughout our discussion.
Oh, I'm curious.
It's about embracing failure as a necessary part of the learning process. We often shy away from risks for fear of failing. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
It's through our failures that we learn, adapt, and ultimately grow. If we're not failing, we're not pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones.
That's so true.
So embrace the stumbles, learn from your mistakes, and keep iterating. That's how we discover our greatest strengths and achieve our most significant successes.
Love that.
That's a powerful message to end on. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of digital entrepreneurship. We hope you found these insights valuable and are feeling inspired to take action. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the Journeyman Podcast for more thought-provoking discussions and actionable advice. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep crushing it.